Wow, Nathan, another beautiful day, another truck. It seems like we were just here yesterday.
I think we were.
That's right, we were just here with the Ram, and we thought,
well, why not bring the GMC Sierra Denali?
Because you guys were curious about the difference between four-wheel drive and all-wheel drive. So this pickup is all-wheel drive.
That's right, baby. And we're going to take you on the exact same course that we took the four-wheel drive Ram.
And see how it does. Coming up next on the Fast Lane Car. All right, Nathan, how does it compare to the Ram?
Completely different vehicles. Actually, this one has a totally different personality, and it has to do partially with the fact that it's the luxury edition, but also the fact that the all-wheel drive system works in a completely different way than the four-wheel drive system.
You mean it's more capable?
It might be more capable in snow because you don't have to do anything. You don't have to touch any buttons, pull any levers, it just goes. Out here in the mud, what I've noticed is the rear end really starts to move a little bit, then you get a little bit of play in the front end, and then it really starts to pull. So it's a little bit different than when you're in four-wheel drive and you've always got the motion going. It's, well, frankly, it's dummy-proof.
Yeah, so the way this works is basically it's an all-wheel drive vehicle that sends most of the power to the rear wheels, and when they start to slip, it sends power to the front wheels. In other words, sending power where it's needed. But when you're doing some serious off-roading, it's nice to have power to all the wheels.
Yeah, and remember, folks, we're taking this up the same trails that we take crossovers, which also are all-wheel drive vehicles. So we're not pushing it too terribly hard, but just enough so we can splash with some mud and make the wheels slip a little bit and feel that change.
So you can make it down that big hill, Nathan?
Yeah, sure, I can make it down the hill, no problem.
All right, let's see.
Up the hill's another question.
Hey Nathan, when you took the Ram down there, you couldn't make that turn. This time you made the turn.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. This thing's actually got a tighter turning radius, just a different truck. Here's one thing, folks. When you have all-wheel drive, momentum is your friend. When you have four-wheel drive, you try to go as slow as possible and as fast as necessary.
That's a Range Rover thing, dude.
I know.
By the way, I love the sound of that GMV8.
Yeah, doesn't it sound good?
It sounds terrific. Go up. Hey, too fast! Hey dude, you flew up that hill. What happened to that as fast as necessary stuff?
Well, this is all-wheel drive. As such, momentum is your friend. As I will prove to you right now.
Nathan just likes going fast, basically. All right, Nathan, how does it do off-road?
It's surprisingly good. You know, the all-wheel drive system is supposed to kick in once the rear wheels start to really slip and then you get pulled forward. So I'm not feeling a lot of that, but you know, in the deep mud so far, it's made it through.
It feels tighter, smaller, lighter, which I'm not sure it is, and lower than the Ram.
I think the one thing we know for sure is that it's lower from the inside. The Ram, you feel like you're standing on top of a cruise ship. In this, you're much lower down, and frankly, it feels a little bit more connected to the road.
Yeah, and you know, it does have those running boards, which are kind of scary off-road because you feel like you're going to get tied up on something.
What it also does is it screws you up when you go off-road, and that's the first thing to be torn off your vehicle.
Well, don't tear it off, Nathan.
Now I'm taking it really slow.
You are taking it really slow. And, you know, this is a much more luxurious vehicle, especially on the inside. You feel like you're in a Cadillac.
Yeah, even the regular GMC Sierra feels a little bit higher class, but at the same time, I would rather have four-wheel drive than all-wheel drive.
And let's face it, this is the last model year Ford. There's a new one coming out. Actually, we have a video of it being introduced, so click on the annotation if you want to see that. And so it is kind of, you know, old school in that way.
Yeah, but you know what? This engine, the 6.2 liter V8, is fantastic, and I sincerely hope it's the Jewel. So I hope this Jewel goes to the new one.
Yeah, GM knows how to build a V8, and it just sounds the way it should sound. But for $53,000, Nathan, I think if it were my money, I'd buy a Raptor, just because, you know, I'd rather have the cojones, sorry, than the luxury and the comfort.
Yeah, I'd rather have the Power Wagon that Ram builds. But you know what? Here's the rumor. GMC is mulling over the possibility of building something that's extreme like the Raptor and the Power Wagon. Can you imagine that combined?
Wow, Nathan. 2 pickups, same trail, 1 week. We have been doing some mighty fun off-roading. So how does this do off-road?
It does really well off-road for an all-wheel drive vehicle, but the deal is you have a problem when you hit the thick mud, which I did have, and that is it takes a little time for the front end to kick in and really drag you out of a problem.
You know, they say it's supposed to be a millisecond from when the rear wheels start to slip to when it appropriates power to the front, but it feels a lot longer than that.
It is a lot longer. Part of the reason why is because there's a few things that have to build up, including momentum in your front end. So I would highly recommend, if you're going to go off-road, stick with four-wheel drive.
Yes, and stay away from people with shotguns.
Yeah, I know. It's all over the place here. Here's the thing, guys. Off-road, it did surprisingly well, but it does even better in snow and mud and, frankly, on the road.
As always, this is Roman.
And Nathan.
Saying, see you next time, and don't forget to what, Nathan?
Subscribe for a new video every single day.
Thank you for watching. Let's get the heck out of here.
I know. Duck for cover.
Yeah, we have no guns.